It's time for Commonwealth Common Sense with Susan Stimpson and Kevin Scholla.
Hey, Susan, how are you?
Kevin, I'm doing okay, but I do want to talk about something specific tonight.
Yeah, I think it has to do with a tweet.
It might. It has to do with a statement from our Republican National Committee Chairman, Reince Priebus, who wanted to honor women because it is, the Women's History Month that's coming up, and he mentions all of these great Republican women, except he must have accidentally forgotten Sarah Palin, who was the first female Republican to run for Vice President of the United States.
Yeah, trailblazers, they called it, right? And, you want to play devil's advocate here and try to give Priebus the benefit of the doubt? Okay, here we go. Let's say it was all old-time people. Susan B. Anthony was mentioned, for example. You could almost say, okay, fair enough. But here he starts mentioning Nikki Haley. He starts mentioning Susana Martinez. Governor Palin helped get these people elected. But
without Governor Palin, neither one of those women would have had the Republican nomination, and neither one of them would be governors to this day.
And you don't even need anything more than your first point. She was the first Republican and still the only Republican woman to ever run on a national ticket. There's only been two on any ticket, her and Geraldine Ferraro on the Democrat side. It is unbelievable. And, if you want to do this stuff, fine, but come out and say that you have a problem with Governor Palin then, because they did the same thing back during the convention, pussyfooting around everything, saying, we're fine with Governor Palin, and then didn't invite her. Same thing here. They try to, have it one way and then not the other, and then take a shot like this.
Well, they want to know why more women in the Republican Party don't get invited, because many women don't feel welcome. And they look at actions like this, where the very words that he used in the quote in his press release that he sent out, that he's inspired by stories of our country's strong-willed women and breaking ground, trailblazers, breaking through glass ceilings, and to not include Sarah Palin is really just an affront to GOP women themselves. There are a lot of us that may not agree 100% with the things that Sarah Palin has said, but one thing women do understand is they do understand when another woman is being picked on, and this really is just par for the course with what's happening with our Republican leaders, both at the national level and at the state level, because the real secret here is they don't want anyone on a platform where that person might disagree with them.
And the glass ceiling quote also, that's clearly a shot because Governor Palin used that line during the campaign in 2008. It was something she used on the trail. So here he's even using words from her, let alone candidates that she helped get elected and reelected, a situation with Nikki Haley. And nothing against Nikki Haley or Susana Martinez. You want to mention these women? That's all well and good. But to ignore Governor Palin, one of the highest rated governors ever, male, female, or anything else in this country while in office, and then the first woman ever as a Republican on a national ticket, to put something out like this, it's just ridiculous. I mean, look at what the RNC has become. We've talked about the party as a whole, now look at the RNC.
Well, Mr. Priebus might think that he's clever, but here's my prediction. We're just going to wait you out. People like you, leaders like you, who pick and choose your favorites, and you pick people who are going to go along with the policies that you want. That's the problem of what's happening in the Republican Party today, because they are elevating, not in all cases, but they are elevating people who are just towing the party line.
Listen, I've been an RNC card-carrying member since I was 18, and the only reason I didn't do it before is because they wouldn't let you until you were 18. And the last few years, I know a lot of people have already said goodbye, I'm done with you, but I kind of liked looking back at that card and seeing members since, and it's been such a long time now, and loyal to the RNC to an extent. Well, you know what? The last couple of years, I've given, instead of, a good amount of money each year. I think last year I gave $1, and I waited till December, And when I sent it in, I wrote Palin on it in big letters because they just don't get it. But you know what? This may very well be the last straw. Maybe I'll send 50 cents come December just to have that there and be in it in case it gets back to the party of Reagan and the party of what is now Palin and Cruz. But if it does not, it may be time to just say that's enough already with this nonsense.
Well, they work hard to try to marginalize people like Sarah Palin, but it's pretty much at least once a week now you see a news article where things that she said that were way ahead of her time, such as the stances that then candidate Obama was taking regarding Russia and Georgia at that time, would lead to Russia wanting to invade Ukraine, which they scoffed at and they laughed at her, but she was correct. Just like she was correct on what's going to happen with health care and the rationing, just like she was correct on many things, I think that the truth is going to be in what we continue to see rolling out here in the United States. And as much as these party establishment old guard leaders, as much as they dig in, the more determined I think the average American is becoming to say, you know what, I reject that, and we need something different and someone new in the next elected office, whatever election it is that they're voting for or voting in, because it's time for these type of leaders to just move on, get out of the way, and let's make room for people who are really willing to do what they say they're going to do on the campaign trail.
Great job, Susan. Thank you.
Thank you.